Hi,
Bart, what's
Bart.
up, man?
Trying to say hi. Hello, hello.
Hi, happy Friday. We're happy you're here.
Happy, happy Friday. Glad to be here. Oh, are we having lunch? You didn't tell me that.
Nah,
Ah,
Snacks.
just a cookie. I didn't have breakfast. We had we moved to a new place and it had a bunch of spiders and stuff all the time. So we had the fumigator come this morning at 6:30. So
okay.
I didn't get a chance to get breakfast because I'm trying to make sure we get these spiders out of here. But we're good now. We good. So I get to eat my cookies at noon instead of since I didn't get breakfast. How's things going in you guys' world? We need to keep track. We seen it. I think we're at head wrap number 36 with Janika. Every day she gotta
Beautiful.
do it. It's a new one. We gotta have like a different one every week, every day. You know,
Beautifully coordinated.
it's incredible. I mean, she gotta
So Rico.
gotta
Yes.
coordinate. You know, that's
So
cool.
look
That's
at that
only when
view
I'm
out.
out the house.
Look at that ocean view out there. I mean, you can do whatever you want to if you have that.
But guess what? We got our first snow just now.
Uh-oh. Well, DC it snowed.
Yes.
I saw it
What?
was in Cleveland it snowed yesterday, so that ain't that far away because the Pittsburgh game was in the
Yeah.
snow yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't even, I saw it in the game. I didn't look outside. I got up and looked outside and there was snow on the ground.
Oh yeah, you're in Ohio too, right, Bart?
I'm in Pittsburgh.
Oh, you're in Pittsburgh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
I
saw the
saw that
Cleveland.
game and saw that snow. I was like, what? Snowing? I got up and looked outside. We had snow.
Yeah, it's right next to each other.
Yeah.
Yep. How you doing today, Tanya?
I am awesome. I got some news to talk about.
Oh, what you got? What you got?
Okay. Okay.
So you remember I told you within 24 hours when I was pitching, and I got a company that reached out to me, and they're international, and they basically on with women. So we had our interview today. Of course, we had a discovery call today, and of course the time frame was a little iffy, but we were able to have that meeting. And so she definitely wants me on the podcast, but then she offered me a speaking gig as well.
Uh,
Congrats.
Ah, and I was like,
uh,
okay. And so what it is, I have an HR consulting and training firm as well, but I also have this coaching firm that's called Transition Enterprises, right? And we teach women how to transition from the workforce to entrepreneurship. But because my consulting firm and training was so busy, I kind of let that dormant. It's amazing how people search you and find out more about you than you need to. So she said, talk to me about transition enterprises. And I have been praying about that because I said, maybe I need to resurrect that, right? Because women empowerment, those kind of things. So she asked a lot of questions. She said, you'd be a perfect fit for our speaking engagement. So I'm meeting with their event planner on Monday.
how cool is that? Well, let me tell you the cool thing.
Amazing.
I like what you're talking about. Let me tell you why this is so important. We talk about inbound and outbound and how
Mm,
the, the outbound only works if your inbound is right,
that's right.
right? Because they're going to go search you. They're going to go check you out.
She knew more about me than I. I'm like,
They,
wow.
they going to go check you out. And we try to tell people, like, look, do outbound, but get your inbound right because they're
Get
going to
that
go look
right.
you up. You need to be Googleable. One of a lady I know named Pam, she calls it, you need to be Googleicious. I ain't that comfortable saying that, but
Mhm.
that's kind of a feminine
Yeah,
word. So I
it
let her
is.
keep the Googleicious, but we understand what she means, which
Right.
is people are going to verify you are who you say you are. So we want to make sure that your inbound stuff is set up properly so that you can win. When they go look at you, they should be like, yep, all right, I like this. She didn't mention this, but I may be interested in that.
Yeah.
And that's where the opportunity opens up. So if we put ourselves in these little bitty niches, it makes it hard for people to imagine you in these other places. So you got to kind of stay broad enough so that
Right.
people know everything you do. But when they ask you about something, that's when you go deep. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. She apparently, like I said, I had the transition enterprises for about just 5, 6 years. And it's just basically coaching women to transition. And for her to even go out to that site, and obviously I was searchable because that's how she found it.
Uh-huh.
And so I had to back off the generational stuff because that ain't what she was trying to hear, but I was able to pivot. I mean, she knew about generation, but the thing about it, she was more concerned about the women, coaching them and asking me to buy some tools. I got a toolkit. She was all into that.
Well, here's the great thing. Let's comment on that too, because that's salesmanship, right? So many times we want to pitch what we want to sell
That's right.
instead of
That's right.
selling to people what they want to buy, right?
That's right.
So one of my my brother-in-law, my mom used to call. She used to say, you're gonna be the smartest person in jail, right? Always had some wild coyote scheme he was up to, right? Now, did he go to jail? Yep, he did, just like she said. But since he's gotten out, his life is totally turned around.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me something one day. He said, man, here's what you got to do. You got to sell people what they want, but give them what they need.
Yeah, because I was
Right?
all ready for multi-generations. And when she asked me, she told me about her organization. So I knew quickly, okay, this is a women. She got 550 million, 500 and some, no, 500 followers, 500,000 followers, right? That's a lot, right? No, I think the number was bigger than that. But anyway, she gave me the community.
500,000 is a lot. I don't even have 5,000.
But she said, yeah, and she said they are women that they do all this outsourcing stuff. So I told her about my model where I hire women, professional moms that have the expertise. So she loved that. But she was really about that the other brand that I have. I said, okay, well, let me just sit this down and go on over here. And I was able to pivot.
Yeah, that's it. That's selling. That is selling 101. We probably need to do some training on selling.
I think you
Because
should.
we
I'm telling you.
get very caught up in our topic. I talk about this. I'm
Right.
like, wait a minute. I help women to do this. It don't work for men. Yeah, it worked for men too. So stop saying that. Say I help people to do this, and I'll specialize in women for your conference and for men
Right.
over here. And
Mhm.
that salesmanship, Tanya, is
It's huge.
incredible. High five to you. You know.
Yeah, that was I think you should add that because oftentimes like you helped me understand that I don't need to be putting just generate. They don't know that. You and I know that, right? And so let's keep it broad. So that was a teachable message because you can cater it down, you can pivot. I mean, I can talk about generation women, right? In the workplace or entrepreneurship. So she wanted to hear my story, my journey, and I told her my 5 pillars and my story. She was sold. She's like, I think you can do. I want you on a podcast. I'm gonna send you some questions, some tailored questions for the podcast. But I want to talk to you about a speaking gig.
That's it. There it is. There it is. High five.
Yes, ma'am.
I had that happen to me earlier in the
Go ahead,
year.
Bart.
Yeah, someone reached out to me last year. The event was this year. And my whole website just talks about speaking on situational awareness security. And her note was, I want you to speak on leadership. She said, I went to your website and saw this military background stuff. We want that. So I like you're talking about, I had to pivot quickly. As much as I want to do the other thing, I don't want to do leadership. To be honest with you, I don't. I feel the space is too crowded, but I'm really, really passionate about what's on the website, right? Man, she made me pivot so quick. So that's all she was talking about. Okay. I mean, I can't say I don't know it. So here we go. And then because of what was on the website, by the time we got to do the event about a month out, she said, well, you can kind of incorporate some of that too. I said, okay, now I feel like I'll finally won.
Well,
so I'll be able to do both.
So let's talk about that because I think this is really, really, really important.
Yeah.
So 2 things. Number 1, being flexible, right? You got to be flexible, guys, because your job as a speaker is to accelerate the mission of the person that's hiring you. Okay. You're being hired to do a job, and that's to push whatever message they're trying to push to their audience, right? So if they want you to talk about a topic and you're comfortable talking about it, talk about it. That's why they asked you about it, because they already believe you're qualified. So that's the first thing, being flexible. The second thing, which is a little bit longer topic, is I'm going to ask a question. What's the difference between first to market and first to customer? Go
You
ahead.
said first to market and first to customer?
Yep, first to market and first to customer. What's the difference between those two things?
Well, when I think about that, what is the market wanting, right? And I'm thinking that once we understand what the market is going to buy, then we can market to the market. Is that what?
Okay.
That's what
Okay.
I'm thinking.
That,
I'm here to
that's
learn.
part of it. But I'm gonna. Anybody else know before I tell you what it is? When I give you the names, you're gonna say, "Oh man, that makes a lot of sense." Here it is. You ever heard of Xerox? You ever heard of Kleenex? Right? You ever heard of Google? Those people are first to market. When you think of a Kleenex, it's called a facial tissue. Everything that's in a box, when you pull it out, we call it a Kleenex, even if it ain't Kleenex brand. When you go make a copy, oh, I need a couple of Xeroxes. It may be a Canon copy machine. We're going to look up something online. We may be using Bing or something else, but we say Google it, which means look up online. That's called being first to market. Does that make sense? Meaning that you were the first one to do it, so everybody calls that thing your thing. But when you go to the store and you don't buy the Kleenex brand, you may buy the Johnson's or the whatever Cottonelle brand. That's first to customer. Meaning that I may not be the brand name, but I was the first one to give them the product. Does that make sense? So when Bart said that leadership is crowded, but you may be the first leadership speaker that was first to customer that they wanted to work with. They may not have been able to get John Maxwell or some other person that is crowded out there. They may make them feel like they're not relevant, but you were first to customer. You were the first one where they were like, I relate to Bart. I see Bart has this military. I want that type of leadership. He's no nonsense. He can speak from a life or death perspective. That's what leadership is. That's first to customer. Does that make sense? You didn't invent leadership, but you were the first one that could bring it to them. Tanya didn't invent that other topic, but she was the first one that they felt like they could relate to. So we always want to make sure that we understand, I don't need to be first to market, but I need to be first to customer.
First to customer.
I can be first to customer and win because I can be as relevant as empathetic. I ain't the first person that ever did lives on a daily basis. But I was the first one that some of y'all ever heard of that did lives on a daily basis.
So let me ask you something. Let me unpack that because that makes sense. So I'm I'm trying to do strategy. So first to customer would be a strategy for me.
First to customer is a strategy. That's like your generational thing.
Right, that's right. So and you made me think about something because sometimes they tell us to have that one sheet ready and have all your pre-prepared signature topics or whatever. But when we look at this, so like you just said, I'm not the first person that's talking about generational in the workplace. There's a lot of people before me. But first to customer is a game changer for me. And so I got to look at how I unpack and how I see that and strategize because I do want to be out there, but I got to get the customers that maybe never heard of it before because I ain't no brand. Is that it?
Exactly. So we're gonna go back to quiz what we taught yesterday. Jadika, let's go back to our lesson from yesterday because these tie together. What did we talk about yesterday? Problem aware, problem unaware, solution aware, solution unaware. So if you're first to customer, is the person problem aware or problem unaware?
You talking to me?
Jadika,
Jadika. Okay.
Yep.
I'm in a situation where where I don't have to be on quiet now,
no
but I'll
problem.
be on
I'll
later.
teach it. No problem. Okay. So when we think about the matrix is problem aware, problem unaware, solution aware, solution unaware. Okay. When you're first to market, the market is unaware that this problem even exists most of the time. Does that make sense? And they may be unaware of their solution because they don't even know about either one of them, but you're introducing it. We didn't know we needed a different type of tissue for our face than for our butts, than from our hands. They're all made of the same material, but the paper towel is a bigger square than the little one that we use in the bathroom. But the ones that we use for our nose is in the middle and is softer. Same paper made at the same store, but they positioned it different. Does that make sense? So that's when we talk about that market that you're going to. You can be first to customer in a market that doesn't know that there's a solution for that already. They're already aware of the problem, but they're not aware of the person that can help them to solve it. Let me give you a great example. SpeakerHub. SpeakerHub Pro is first to market and first to customer in our category. We're the only tool that gives you access to podcasts, associations, conferences, and press in one place. We're first to market in that area. If you're first to market, you're instantly first to customer too. Does that make sense? Now, if we would have just stayed in speaking gigs, there's other people that are selling speaking gigs. There are other people that are selling podcast booking. There are other people that are selling media outlets. There's other people selling association data. But we created our own category creator. We created our own category. Kind of like, I'll give you a great example. Bart, what is Coors beer known for?
Light beer, refreshing, natural.
Exactly. Coors Light. They were losing to Miller and Budweiser when they were just regular Coors. They came out with the silver bullet. Boom, they got their own category. And what happened after that? Miller Lite came out and Bud Light came out.
Put a little OJ's in there, and now you got a brand.
Exactly. So if you look at there's a book called The 21 Immutable Laws of Marketing. And one of the laws is category creation. That's what we do as speakers, because we can turn a red ocean of leadership into a blue ocean. Red ocean means there's a bunch of people fighting over the little bitty things. But you can turn that into a blue ocean with your little niche and spin on that. And that's what Bart does with the military aspect. You see what I mean? So that military part is a different type of leadership than someone who's never been in like a basketball coach. That ain't basketball coach leadership is different than military leadership. So now why do I bring that up? Because Ange was a college basketball coach. Her style of leadership, totally different than Bart's. Both of them are effective, but it depends on what the customer wants, which is who they're going to pick. Make sense? So that's a huge wins. High five to all of you guys, because all of y'all are living it. You're living what we're talking about. That ability to be flexible, that ability to pitch. We talk about it all the time. You'll be surprised how many people don't believe that you get speaking gigs from podcasts. And I'm like, dude, just do it.
I didn't when we got to the end of the conversation, that's when she sprung on that speaking gig. And so she's already got me set. So one of the things, because I haven't been active this week because I've been really busy, but for the ones that I did send out, can I go ahead and follow up now? I mean,
Yep.
it's been
You follow up the next day. Yep, the next day follow up. Now, Janika can't talk, but I'll speak for her. Yesterday, she said, I interviewed for a podcast, and the podcast the lady was based out of DC. And when she looked at my stuff, she found out I did this other thing, and she went to my website. They got a conference coming up December the 15th. I can't remember the exact date. They want me to speak at that conference since I'm already here in town.
That's awesome.
Yes, it's December. It's December 14th, and she contacted me with specifically what she wants. I mean, in terms of what you just said, to follow up on what you said in terms of it's something I haven't done in a long time, but it's what she wants. And so you answered that in terms of she wants me to focus specifically on the reflexology and pain for her audience. And as you talk about, how things that you walk, I done did that for so long and I don't want to do that no more. But that's what she wants.
You said something, Ron, early on, because you have multiple businesses, and I have a couple different dimensions. And a lot of times, people tell you we talked about the niche to get rich or whatever, and I do have multiple streams of income. But what I learned today, and I had been thinking about it because I was going to bring the coaching umbrella under Simply HR, but it's a standalone for entrepreneurs, which is a whole nother track, a whole nother division. And I was really praying about it. Should I, elevate that? Because I do think there's going to be some changes in 2025, and I think we need to get people ready. And it's amazing how that came up. What you thought may not be a priority, the market tells you what it wants. The market tells you what it wants, and we have to listen because we've been taught and trained. This is my lane. This is what I'm going to do. Here's my one sheet, and these are my signature speech, all of that, which is fine if you're just going to be on the speaking circuit. But if you want to elevate your brand, then I think we need to be open, just like what Bart said, hey, I'm in this, military thing, and she talking about something I really want to talk about what's on my website. But I think it's a lesson to be learned here is that, that is good. But we got right now more than ever, especially going to 2025, we're going to have to pivot. And this is the pivot move right here is that, okay, what is in my toolbox? Because it's time to open up the toolbox.
100%. So I was talking with Les Brown maybe a month ago, and he talked about how he ended up getting a $900,000 contract to train doctors. And he said he was at the hospital. He wasn't even like going in there to do any training. And he saw all these negative things, like everything at the hospital was negative, fear-based, fear-based, fear-based. And he asked the doctor, he said, dude, why do y'all use all this fear-based stuff? And he was like, well, that's just the way it's always been. And he said, well, I asked him, are you motivated by fear or are you motivated by positive outcomes? He was like, oh, I'm motivated by outcomes, but fear is what we use here in the hospital. He says, you want to try something different? And the guy said, what do you suggest? He ended up teaching him a way to do it in another way. It ended up being a $900,000 training. Les Brown, who's not a doctor, didn't go to college or any of this, is training doctors on how to better get outcomes for their patients just by changing their mindset.
Jesus.
Now, if he had not been open, he said, I don't work with doctors.
Right.
No. I help people get better outcomes, regardless of whether they doctors, lawyers, basketball players, or whatever, or homeless people. I got to do what God has called me to do. I got to be who the people need me to be. I don't care who it is. Let me tell you the qualifications for me to speak. Do the people have a pulse and do they have ears? If they got a pulse and they got ears, I can help them. Because I can only give them 3 talks. I can teach them how to be a leader, which I know a little bit about. I can teach them how to build a skill, which I know a little bit about, things where I know a process to do skills. And I can teach them how to make or save money. I know about that. So I don't care what your qualifications are. You got ears, we can be friends because I can help you.
Well, you definitely disrupting what has been taught in the speaker world, which is not a bad thing because we've always, they ask, what's your lane? They ask you, what's your positioning statement? I equip leaders to embrace multi-generations in the workplace. But I like what you just said about, Les, is that had he got really minute into his area, he would have missed that $900,000 because it's transferable. So what you're saying, we got to take whatever our lane is, and we can have our lane, but be open to pivoting our lanes to be able to be broad. Like if I'm saying leaders, I can say students. I can say, all those different things, parents or whatever, because a lot of parents are dealing with multi-generations in their household. So I like that aspect of it.
Well, I think here's the other side, right? And this is what I've learned just from working with all of the speakers. Those speakers who are coaching are telling you how they did it.
Oh, absolutely.
So they got one point of view.
One lane.
And they willing to argue that point of view. They willing to fight over it. I ain't gonna argue with you. I'm a yeah and. Yeah, that works and this works too. And because I've worked with so many different speakers, I had to respect what Les was doing, what Matt Brown was doing, what Alex Simon does, what all these other people, what everybody's doing, what Angela does. I have to respect all of their perspectives because they didn't get there by mistake.
Right.
So they're living proof that what they did works. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna gaslight them and say, man, I hear what you're saying, Ange, but that don't mean you wrote your 4 books that way, but that don't mean that's the right way to write books. Well, she wrote 4 of them, so evidently it worked 4 times, right? So what I've learned is I had to be more inclusive to respect how everyone was doing it, and then take what I learned and say, look, this niche thing is cool at the right time. The big broad thing is cool at the right time. So it's not that they were wrong. It's just at what point do you put it in the recipe? Let me give you my analogy. If I'm gonna bake a cake, what ingredients do I need? Icing, an egg, flour, sugar, a little bit of salt, vanilla extract, all these other things, right? I can promise you, if you want to make the worst cake ever, put the icing in the bowl first. Put the icing in the bowl first, and you will learn how to make the worst cake ever. The icing goes on last. So doing it in the right order is what we teach. Does that put it in perspective? We want you to have the salt and the sugar and the vanilla extract, but I ain't putting the vanilla extract on top of the cake. That stuff is so nasty. You ever tasted vanilla extract? I thought it tasted good. I put that stuff is so bitter, right? But you can't put that in there last. It got to go in there with the egg and all of that stuff. That's what we're trying to come up with. What's the recipe of when do I niche and how much do I niche? When do I stay broad and how broad do I get? How rigid should I be on my topic? How flexible should I be? It's all of those things that make you an effective business owner, right? I pull out products out the past all the time. Someone found an old landing page I had, said, man, I heard you do this for this price. And I'm like, we done tripled that price, but all right, they found it. I got to respect what I had out there. I'm going to go ahead and honor it, and I'm going to take this landing page down that they found because I got to have some integrity, right? So that's the flexibility. We want to make speakers great business owners.
Yeah, not just stage on the stage.
Yeah, that's only one part. I believe that should only be 30% of your revenue. The money you make on the stage should be 30% of your revenue because it's unleveraged.
That's right.
Right? The only people who hear your talk will be the people in that room. Unless you record it and put it on YouTube. Unless you record it and make it available as a course. Unless you record it and make it something else. We can't afford to keep doing unleveraged work.
So let me ask you, and you're absolutely right. I love how the SpeakerHub is expanding. I think from before you purchased it, it was just stagnant, I think. I don't know if we had these tools or whatever.
Nope,
and I think so I'm thinking like e-speaker is just out there and you hoping somebody gonna hit it. But you got to be active, which is what I like about this one here is active. So just a quick question on the association. Do we approach the association? I'm doing one I shouldn't do one at a time, but the association should we, because there's so many of them, can you approach it the same way you would do any of them, just put your topic in there and just see what comes up.
Yeah. So when you pitch an association, and we just tuned this up recently. We had a meeting about associations pitching, like literally this morning. We got something we going for Black Friday. Will y'all see this? Boy, I spent 2 hours finalizing this deal for Bart. You already got it. I'm gonna tell you what it is, but you got it. It's included in what you got, right? You know, and let me see if I can pull this up.
I'm gonna say, it ain't including what we have. I have the pro.
You got the pro. But we got a Black Friday deal that's coming out, and I don't think you have the lifetime. Bart gets it because he bought a lifetime. He bought a lifetime account.
Oh, okay.
I think yours is still monthly, but if you
Yeah,
want to
it
switch
is.
to lifetime, we'll help you.
Let me see what's going on here. This,
Oh yeah,
okay.
let me show you this thing first. So I want to show you this. So with the associations, I clicked the wrong one. With the associations, here's the thing. Associations are different from conferences because the associations have monthly meetings.
Right.
And it's not going to be 3,000 people or 1,000 people. It's
Right.
going to be 50 people, and it may be a webinar.
Right. I understand that.
Right. So let's say I want to reach out to Emotions BC.
Well, how did you get to emotion first? Did you search?
Our branding kit is going to automatically match me because I'm already
so the branding kit.
Topics. Yeah. Okay. This is what tells the AI what to look for you.
Okay. Now I know.
So if I take these out and I put in basketball, baseball, soccer, sports, right? So once I update my topics, I come into any of these, you see, I'm getting those things now. I come in here, it's automatically updating to what I want.
Okay.
I go into associations, I'm getting the associations that are focused on my topics.
So I need to update the brand kit with my topics? Yep. Okay, that's what I need to know.
And then here's the cool thing. When I click on it, I decide I'm going to go talk at the Minnesota Girls Baseball Association. I add it.
Yeah.
And I click pitch. Now it's going to look at my topics and it's going to match it to this association and what they do and ask if I can come in to be a facilitator or do a training.
So from that brand kit, and when you list all your speaking topic, it would drive down to the associations, conferences, and podcasts.
Yep, it covers everything. Media outlets too. Watch this. You see, it wrote my email directly for that association.
Yeah, you can always tweak it, right?
Right. But even when I click on media outlets, it's bringing up soccer magazines. Right.
Okay.
I click on radio stations. It's going to bring up sports radio stations.
Okay.
Right. So, you know, what we want to do is to make it as easy as possible. Now, you can override our results with your own personalized searches.
Right.
But we want to make it as easy as possible for you, because 4 million data points is a lot to search. You can get lost looking through all that crap.
Right. That's what I was, yeah.
So here's the other thing. I know Lisa Ely does the same thing you do.
Really?
Lisa's one of my clients. Lisa talks about HR. Let me pull up. There she is. Strategic leadership, HR. How I got off the struggle bus, right? Lisa is everywhere with her podcasting, Dare to Dream podcast, right?
Well, I need to talk to Lisa.
Right? Yeah, exactly, right? But you know one of the easiest things you can do? Type in Lisa and some of your other competitors that you know. Look, let me give you a huge growth hack. Go into LinkedIn, right? And then type in HR expert, speaker. Type that in. And you know what it's going to do? It's going to bring up all these people that are HR expert speakers. You see that? How many followers he got? How many followers Paul got? Not a lot. How many Deborah got? 5,000.
Okay.
Look up Deborah. Look her up. See how many podcasts
Oh,
she
I
did.
know Deborah Stallings.
But you see what I mean? You see how we can look at their followers and then look them up because they probably been on some podcasts and go on the podcast they've been on.
Mm-hmm.
You see how that's a cheat code? That's huge,
Oh, honey. Mm-hmm.
right? So you can say, oh, what industry are they in? What languages they speak? Are they in
So I
consult?
can go the generational speakers too. I can look that up too and see where they're going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So let me put generational in there. And if you put
AL.
parentheses around it, it'll search for that
Right.
topic. Generational strategist, Catherine Jeffrey. I guarantee you, old Catherine over here. Boom. She's been on 4 podcasts.
Okay.
Make sense?
All the sense.
So that's how you do it. You find your competitors. People say, I ain't got no competition. BS. Everybody
BS,
got
we all
competition.
do. Uh-huh.
Right? Everybody got competition.
There's a lot of cheat codes. You just got to know how to do it. I mean, like Deborah Stallings is in the government sector, right? She has a GSA code. Peep that. I mean, I know what her prices are.
There it is. That's it. Going the same thing she's been on. Fine. People love to brag about where they spoke at. Look on their page, look where they spoke at. Come in our thing and pitch them companies.
Yeah, you also go, like I've seen a lot of speakers put what organization or conferences they spoke at. Can you go back in here on the conference and then put those conferences in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if we don't have them, put them in a spreadsheet, upload them.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So watch this. Let me give you an example. One of my guys here. Let's go to Arel Moody. Good friend, very smart dude. Come over. Arel always put where he talking.
Arel he got a lot of is he teaching people how to speak?
Yeah, he's a speaker coach. He runs Talkadot, which is cool.
Yeah, yeah. I'm doing Talkadot. Yeah, I had a meeting with him.
So let's see. This is Arel here, and he said, this is that Retail Gift Card Association. He got to tell me. I can see it right there. Right? So I can come over here and go to conferences and type in retail gift. Let's see. Let me put that in that card. Then we'll just put retail gift to see if it comes up. Nope, it ain't in there.
You
Cool.
got to put the RGG. I think put the go back to his.
I think I looked in the wrong place. I think I was looking at conferences instead of associations.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, gift card. I just want to see if it come up because even if we don't have it, I'm gonna show you how to get it. Nope, we don't have it over there. And let's see if it's in here.
But he had RGG something. It was green.
Let's see. Yeah, RGCA, but underneath it, it says retail gift card. That's okay. What I was trying to type it in, but I'm gonna type it in RGCA. Right? So we don't have that. Perfectly fine. Here's how you do this. You go to retail gift card. I'm gonna show you even better cheat code. Chat GPT.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the contact info for the retail gift card
Association
conference and similar conferences.
Wow. This data is something else.
Format.
Oh, you gonna get it? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bam! Got all my contacts right there. Oh, give me these.
Chad, you can be here all night trying to. I mean, this is great because it makes searching because quote speaker call for speakers that I think this would be a better way. I used to do call for speakers on Google, and I got some of my speaking that way.
Watch this. Give me a downloadable file. But watch what I'm gonna do. It's gonna give it to me in a CSV file I can download. It used to give it to you there, but it won't let me.
They're still analyzing it for you.
I'm gonna show you 2 ways to do it. I created the CSV file. You can download it here.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Yep.
watch what I'm about to do. Got my file. Come back over here. Go into leads. I'm gonna click upload leads. It's a conference. Boom. Click here. It's gonna show my files. Go to my downloads, retail gift card association conferences. Bam. Association name. Boom. Conference name. What is it? Event name.
Event name. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta put the company name in here. Right there. Contact email. Boom.
So this is a CRM.
Yeah, this is SpeakerHub. This is what you got.
I know. I'm saying it's like a CRM. That's what I'm saying.
100%. Yep. So now I'm gonna go ahead and upload my leads.
And then now you can just go on pick. There it is, right now.
Right there. Now look, we don't even know the description. I don't know the description or the person name, but I can still pitch it.
That's right.
Right? So now, boom.
But for the subject line, is there anything you think we should put in there to catch their eye? Just guess, like I do guest podcasts. So
Yep. So watch this. Boom. RGCA question. Bam. They always going to answer that. Dear RGCA forum, are you looking for speakers for the forum or future events? I'm eager to explore opportunities. As a speaker, blah, blah, blah. Bam. That's my pitch. I'm ready to go. Just that quick. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. We introducing something called frameworks, right? And one of our things in frameworks is we've incorporated that. See, that thing I just showed you, that ain't my first time doing that.
right.
This will be built into SpeakerHub in January, where you will be able to, if we don't have the topic, it will automatically, let me show you right here on this page here. I typed in retail gift card. You remember it didn't show nothing? Robert, yep. Right, I typed in retail gift card. It usually was the one where it didn't show it. Get specific, right? So it's going to give us an error saying that there are no results, right? You see that?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to say, click here if you would like us to search the web to find relevant conferences. And it's going to do it in the background with ChatGPT and show you the results over in your leads.
Oh, wow.
Right? That's in the works right now for what we're doing.
Okay.
So this will continually, now, here's the one thing about it. When it's your leads on your own, because you brought them in from the outside, they're yours privately.
Okay,
right?
I was going to ask that question. Mm-hmm.
Yep, when everything you upload is yours privately. But if we go get it using our ChatGPT, we're going to update the database for everybody.
Everybody is it, right? Okay.
Because that was our going to get it. You didn't go get those. We went and got them. But anything you upload yourself is yours.
Okay.
Got it? Robert, good to see you.
Oh man, good to be here.
Oh yeah, it's always good, you know. Anything we can help you with in particular today? Or you just
Yes,
hang
my
out?
two things. I wonder why my camera is so screwed up.
I think you got may have a fingerprint
Maybe
on it.
wipe it off.
Yeah, you just may need to
Let's see.
just put one of them little Kleenexes on it. Do it like this. There, look at that, 4K. He in 4K now.
All right, now I'm in 4K. That's what I'm talking
Yeah, you had like a 1980s TV. Now you in high def, bro.
I feel a little bit better. So I went to the link with the Black Friday sale. But now when I log on, I can't log on at all. And I don't know if I don't want to waste everyone else's time with maybe doing other
Oh no,
stuff.
let's
So
see
some
what's going on.
login
We
issues.
got you. Let's see. Because I got you all set up. One second. And it's the Unbox Leads email address, right?
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and share your screen. Yeah, you all set up, man. I got you ready to roll.
Okay. So let me show you what happens when this is the page that it takes me to when
Yep, share
I
your
jump
screen.
on now.
Okay. So yeah, I think you may have logged in with the wrong email address. One moment. Because 1 second. I think you logged in with the wrong email address. I'm gonna tell you why.
And I wanted to log out and log back in, but it wouldn't let me do it.
Yeah, that's a persistent cookie we have. I'm gonna tell you what to do. Open up your in your Chrome. There's a thing that says incognito window. Open that up.
Yeah.
Yep, right there.
So if I go in here, same thing.
Well, we can't see that window anymore. You got it. You're sharing only the one that has the. Share the other one.
Okay.
Yep, and then click continue with Google.
Yes.
And then you put in your Robert with an Unbox Leads.
Check device. Oh, because I'm on the incognito, it's one.
Yeah. Oh no, it's all good. We got time. We'll get you. We'll get you set up.
Okay.
And they just gonna verify it one more time.
Man, you know I got a reputation of being a liar. Anytime Google has to verify me twice.
Okay.
Man, I got to change my reputation. It's still taking me back to this right here.
Let me see why this won't let me override. One moment. 1 second here. Let me see. And yep. All right. So here, let me one second. All right. And all right, Robert, I'm gonna give you, can you stop sharing your screen there?
Yes.
And here in the chat, I'm gonna send you a private message in the chat.
Okay.
And go ahead and select the one that says 247 and then put that code in I just gave you. It's gonna ask you for a coupon code, put that in. But you know what? No, don't do that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'll just have Miguel to override it. 1 second here. So this will be fixed in 2 seconds.
Okay.
Can you override a user that has lifetime access? They are getting the paywall. Robert Davis. All right. So Miguel is gonna go ahead and fix that for you. And you won't have to worry about it in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
No, I'm glad you hopped on because I want to make sure no one else has to go through that either. You know,
Okay.
but you didn't have that problem, Bart, did you?
No.
Yeah, yours upgraded just automatically. So, yep. But yeah, so Miguel will get that overwritten for you, so you don't see that paywall.
Okay.
Yep. Anything else we can help you with?
No, that's all for now.
Okay, cool.
Oh, one more thing. And will my I think I may have asked this before, but I don't remember. Will the Speaker Pro that the Speaker, not Speaker Pro, but the SpeakerHub profile that I already set up, will that transfer over, or will I need to revamp
So
that?
here, let me show you. This is what it looks like when I log into your account now.
Okay.
Oh, it's showing me the same thing. This is stupid. Well, whatever. Miguel just sent me he just sent me an email. He's doing it right now. So give him 3 minutes. But yeah, all of the stuff that you were already working on automatically goes over.
Okay, because I had finished my profile.
Yep, all of that, it's all back there. That goofy paywall just came up because you had a trial and I canceled the trial, so it pushed the paywall back up.
Oh, which is basically saying if you want to continue, you need to pay.
Yep,
But he
exactly.
needs to override that. I got you.
But you've already, yeah, the lifetimes have to be set up separately. They don't happen automatically.
Got you.
Yep. But yeah, any other questions, guys, for today?
Yeah.
We got 10 more minutes. Anything else I can help you guys with? So to kind of give you an update on the meeting real quick, Robert, yesterday, Janika was on a podcast, was interviewed for a podcast that turned into a speaking gig. And today, Tanya comes on and says, I want to tell y'all something. I interviewed for a podcast and she wanted me to speak at her conference. So it's evidence that the podcasts do turn into speaking gigs. So it's been pretty cool.
When are you gonna show? You gotta wait till Black Friday to see the special, or
Yeah.
I don't even know what. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you today. I promise you.
Okay.
We
Okay.
finalizing it. I'll tell you what we added that you all will get, which is pretty cool. Any of y'all want to do TEDx trainings?
Oh,
Any of y'all
yeah.
want to do a TEDx talk? Right?
That's been a dream. Woo.
In the Black Friday, one of my friends who does TEDx, this is his whole business, is booking people for TEDx. He's going to teach a 4-hour course on how to get a TEDx talk. Last year, he booked 39 speakers on TEDx stages, right? That's what I fixed that deal today, where that 4-hour, 3.5, 4-hour course is live. He's going to do a live training with Q&A if you have the Black Friday. So all of y'all got the Black Friday? If you got a lifetime deal with this, you have access.
You get it all.
What's the lifetime deal? I don't even know what that is all about.
So the
Send me-
lifetime deal is where, yeah, I'll send it to you. But basically you pay once and you get access for life,
Forever.
right?
Everything.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Send it to
All
me.
the updates. All
It's
the
pretty sweet.
upgrades.
That's what Bart has. That's what Robert has.
Jamar. Yeah.
Yep. There's, I think, 68 people or so that have a lifetime deal with us. So, but yeah, that's it. So, but you'll get that and you'll be able to, it'll comes with the training here. I'll preview it a little bit because I was just on this page verifying, where did I put it? Here it is here, right? So his name is Ryan. He's done 2 TEDx's himself. And then he's helped over 100 people book TEDx talks. 39.
Ryan's only did 2?
Ryan's done 2 himself, but he's helped over 100 other people to do TEDx talks also, right? Like meeting got them booked on the stage. When they met him, they were aspiring. He walked them through the application process, set the expectations, how many applications you have to do, how to do it all. He's going to come in and teach that. It's included in the lifetime deal. It's not, you don't have to pay any more. I'm paying him to come teach this for us.
Okay, so he's not going to teach you how to do the speech. He's just going to teach you how to get access to be approved.
Yeah,
you have to get your own speaker, your TEDx coach to speak, right?
Yeah, but if you don't have the topic right, you're not going to get selected,
Mm,
right? Because they pick based on topic. So topic selection, because you have to apply.
right.
And
Mhm.
if you don't fill out that application properly, you're dead anyway, right?
Right.
So the goal is that you're already an experienced speaker and you already know the topic, and then you have your TEDx spin on it.
Right.
And
Okay.
so I'm not going to step on his toes because he's going to
Right.
teach it all, but he's legit.
Okay.
I was like, holy crap, this dude, he knows his stuff. So Ryan is going to come and teach that. And yeah, everyone who's on it, you all get it if you have a lifetime account. So,
All right. I got to jump off, y'all. Y'all have a good weekend.
all right, I'll talk to y'all later. You'll get the early Black Friday. You'll
All
get
right.
the
I'm waiting on you. All right, bye.
Sounds good? Bye-bye.
Bye.
I have
Bye.
a question.
Yep.
So in the pitch, and so you're in the thing, the pitch, the email is being created and all that, and you click on the AI to do it, right? And AI comes up with it, and let's say I like that one, and I just want to repeat that one. Is there a way to save that?
There isn't an automatic way to save it right now.
Okay.
And the reason being is because each opportunity is different.
Yeah.
Right. So when you pitch one podcast, you're going to say something different to a different one. When you're pitching one conference, you're going to have a different angle. So, but you can create your own templates. So let me share with you here.
Yeah, I'm sure I can just copy it and
Well, but I'm going to show you where you can save it.
okay.
See if it'll let me back into my thing. Robert's thing broke our system. I'm blaming Robert, man. He done shut down the company. So here's a great example. When you go into branding kit, there's a thing that says templates, right? So you can either use one of ours and edit it. You see, it allows you to edit it, you can save it, or you can just create a new template and paste in what you like. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and that's what I meant. So the AOI when it popped up, I can copy that and paste it and put it in there and create
Yep, paste it right in there. Yep.
Got it.
Yep. And then you save the template name. So then when you go to pitch, you can just drop that down in there.
Right.
Right. You can override it by clicking the drop down template.
Yep.
Once it gets done writing, you can do it.
Right. Got it.
Make sense?
Yep.
So you mentioned templates. One of the other things we're working on is automatic name insertion for templates. So right now, whenever you use a template, you got to go put the podcast name in and things like that because it's manual, right? But when you use the AI, it automatically does it. It's going to be automatic in the next couple of weeks where even if you're using a template, it'll automatically put in the person's name in for you. Does that make sense? It'll fill in the blanks,
Yeah,
which is good.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
any other questions, comments,
Ron, I
concerns?
wanted to share a result I got today based on some information that Angela and you shared with me. You know how when you say do the follow-ups
Yep.
and they don't come right away. Well, today I think I had sent out about 4 follow-ups, and I got about 3 today saying, "Oh, I'm sorry I didn't follow up with you, but yes, I want to have you on my podcast, and just here's the form to fill it out." So, like I say, follow the instructions, and it works.
There it is. There it is. High five to you. The incredible, most coachable ever, Jadika Alatunde. All we want to do, guys, is give you the recipes, right? If you put the right salt in there, you put the right sugar, the right chocolate chips, you should get a cookie that's very similar to what we made. It may be a different size, it may be in a different shape, but it should taste the same, right? So All we're saying is trust the AI. We've already worked on that. Trust the follow-up process. We've already worked on that, right? We're gonna give you the recipe. All you gotta do is just put your little sauce on it. And that's the difference. So I'm excited. I love our group of folks. You know, I love the folks that come and are doing the work and get the results. Because it's hard to argue with that. Like, if somebody ever tell Janika, man, SpeakerHub don't work, I would never buy that. She'd be like, are you out of your mind? Like, do you know who you're talking to? Like, I've booked this many podcasts and speaking gigs just from doing the basics. We haven't even shown you the advanced stuff yet, right? Because you should be able to win with the tool with the basics, right? I'll give you a great example really quickly. I went to school for architecture and construction management. So my internship when I was in college was doing roofing, right? And I had to go buy a hammer and a tool belt and all this stuff, right? And I had a hammer, but it wasn't the right length. I didn't have a 16-inch hammer. I had like a 12-inch hammer, and it wasn't the right weight either. But it got the job done, right? But I saw these guys with their hammer, they boom, boom, and a full 2-inch nail is in one hit. I'm over there. It take me 3 minutes to get a nail in because I got to hit it 6 times. They got the 16-ounce, 16-inch hammer. They just tap it to set it, boom. They just boom, boom. Well, that's an advanced person, right? Now, what I was doing, it was getting done, but I didn't know the advanced techniques. That's where we are now. We're just getting y'all to do the basics. Wait until I start showing you like that LinkedIn thing. That was an advanced way to find the chat GPT to find conferences we didn't have. That's one of them tap hammers, right? We got a lot of those we're going to share with you guys. I just want you to know, Robert, we got you, right? We got to get you with the basic 38 revolver before we give you the minigun. And yeah, we're gonna get you a bunch of results. Look, you understand? We got to teach them John 3:16 first before we start telling them about all Paul's epistles and stuff like that. Hey, look, just learn to get saved, bro. That's how it is. That's what we doing. We just trying to get everybody on the stage. Is that fair? Cool. Any other questions? Nope. Cool. Well, we can call it early. It's Friday. We get to go to happy hour. Go have some cookies and milk or whatever you do on Fridays.
Last thing, the reason that I got on late is because I was looking for the link. Is this the link that works every time?
Every time. This same
okay.
room. Yep.
Okay, because it says Ron's personal link or something like that.
Yep, that's it. And every time you can find, if you ever question where to go, it will always be at the top of the page.
Okay.
It's always there, right? What we're going to be doing also is putting the link inside of the software too, so that people can hop in. If you're already logged in, it should be at the top of either we're going to put it there or we're going to put it here. We got a little bit of space. We may make a little thing. We can say, hey, come to the calls. We may put it at the top. I think at the top would be good. So,
okay.
Yep, but we'll always be in this room. Make sense?
Okay, makes sense.
Cool. Anything else, guys? All right. Well, we'll let y'all get
Thanks,
y'all
everyone.
weekend. Happy Thanksgiving. If you all on vacation next week, enjoy time with your family. But we'll be here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We won't be here Thursday or Friday of next week, right? But Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we will be here. Okay. Got it? Cool.
All right. And
right.
last question is, I don't know if you get, okay. Last question. Is there anything that I need to do, or do I just wait for it to come on?
Yeah. So when he sends me the, hold on. There's a discrepancy. Only thing left to do is to assign a subscription, so he stops seeing the paywall. Okay. One second.
Okay.
Uh, Yep. So he's working on it right now. So the next, if everyone else wants to head off, y'all don't have to stay around. But he's setting it up for you right now, Robert. So
Okay.
in the next literally 30 seconds, it should you should be able to refresh the page and go past that. So if you want to just refresh now,
Okay.
if you just keep
Have a good weekend, everyone.
all right, see you later, guys. Talk to you later. Enjoy your weekend. So let me see. He's gonna send me a message when it's done if it didn't happen yet.
Okay, it's still put up the wall. So what I'll do is
No, 1 second. Hold on. I'm doing it right now. Yep, he's asking me questions.
That's cool.
So here, look, you can see it here. So I mean, he's literally like, okay, I don't have one with 200 pictures, but the one you bought, I had to tell him it was a lifetime. So he's gonna change the name and get it set up. Done. Okay, hit refresh.
Okay, let's log on in. All right, took me to the onboarding training pages. I'm all the way in, so I'll share with you what it looks like now. This is where
There it is. That's it. Now click on your branding kit on the left. I see your photo and stuff is still there. Go back to my brand.
my brand.
The one right under. No, it's right there.
Right.
Go down. Right. Yep.
Okay.
All your stuff is still there.
Okay, awesome. Now, when there's the Speaker Hub Pro, and then there's the regular Speaker Hub that I developed a profile for. Is that regular Speaker Hub one still up? And how do people?
We're going to upgrade that to gold. That's already, it's included in your plan. You get upgraded to gold on that for life also.
Okay. How do people see that, or is it even necessary for people to see that?
Oh, it's really necessary. So open up Google in another window.
Okay. Can you see this new window?
Yep. And then type your name in.
All right, hold on a second. Let me do Google because this is Bing.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
And just type your name in. And then enter.
A whole lot of Dr. Robert Davis.
There's a bunch of them, right? But there's probably only one that's a speaker. So type speaker afterwards. Look what came up.
Okay.
He came up first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the value of that. Because when they say, well, man, I'm looking for the Dr. Robert, the speaker, not just the Dr. Robert, I'm looking for the speaker one. They're going to find you.
Okay. So I clicked on it.
Yeah, this is Google. This is a Google issue, not ours. So I don't want you to think it's now, this is us. There you go.
Okay. So this is when someone is looking for me. This is where they get it. Okay.
This is the inbound side where people are searching for you. And I'm going to upgrade this to gold. So it takes, look at this, scroll down on the left. And you see it says similar to Robert. Since it's a free profile now, it shows your competition. When we upgrade this to gold, we will no longer show your competitors.
Gotcha.
And you'll be able to upload as many videos and speaker reels and photos as you want.
Got it. Okay.
That
That makes
sense?
sense. Yes.
So 1 second here. Let me do this while we're on here too. So I don't have to put it off and say, like, I forgot to do it. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade you right now.
So do I need to sign, like it says, sign in right here. Do I need to sign in here for the Speaker Gold, or do I do it all from the Speaker Hub Pro page?
No, they're separate. This is the
Got it.
one that if you need to log in here, you do it here.
Got it.
Right? But you can do them both from the SpeakerHub homepage. So can you just go to speakerhub.com in the same window?
Yeah, I'll just take all the Robert Davis.
And hit enter. Right? So that's the home page. You see it says log in. When you click on log in, it's going to give you two options. One for the regular one and one for the pro.
Are you able to see my drop downs?
Yep.
Okay.
So when you want the regular one, you click that one. And when you want the other one, you click on Pro.
Okay, makes sense. And then
Hold
if I
on,
need
let
to
me-
make modifications or changes, I log into SpeakerHub. And again, that's really only what people are going to see if they're searching for me and they want to know about what I do.
Yep,
The
on
other
the
page
outside.
is when
Yep.
the other page is when I'm searching for people, and when I'm putting my message out there. So to the profile last question, this profile on SpeakerHub Pro, which is right here, who sees this besides me?
People that are inside using it, looking for speakers. Click on experts.
Okay.
But since we can't have these long pages inside of here, we just wanted you to be able to put something small so that people know what you talk about. So search for your name in there. Just type in Davis. Boom, click on it.
Okay.
And there it is. So I'm gonna give you a suggestion. You don't want it to say CEO because you want people to find you like speaker on this topic, right? So go back to your branding kit
Okay.
and click my brand
Yes.
and scroll down. It's gonna say job title, and you can put speaker, coach. Don't put CEO or founder because nobody's looking for that. They're looking for a speaker, expert, consultant, that type of title. Does that make sense?
Yes. So should I put leadership and relationship
Yep,
expert?
you can put whatever you want from that perspective.
Okay. Is that too much? Sometimes I know you said I heard you say before less is more sometimes. Is that too much leadership and relationship growth expert?
Nope, I will leave it just like that. Hit save. Yep, so now go back to experts.
Okay.
And now you see under your name, it should have that under there. You see it?
Yeah,
When
I'm
you
gonna
search for
type
yourself.
C. Under relationship who comes up. So I come up
There
even
you,
under
there you go. Yep.
Okay. Got it.
And then you see it has all your topics down there that you can cover. Now, here's the funny thing. You have workplace relationship and relationship building. If you want to put, oh, you got marriage and family. Yeah, there it is. You're ready to go.
Okay. So if somebody's looking for a speaker, they come to SpeakerHub, they say, I need a speaker for marriage and family. I'm going to pop up on that list. There'll be other people like these gentlemen and ladies here, but
Yep.
I'll be on that list.
Yep. So go back to the tab to the left.
Let's have to the
At
left.
the top, in your tabs, all across the top of your browser, the one to
Yes.
the left. Yep, that one. Click there.
Oh, that's a switch.
Okay.
That's
Just
all this
well,
right
just yeah, hit back on this world. Hit back on that browser. Hit back. It should take you back to the other page. There you go. Right. So click on speakers at the top. And then search relationships
Okay.
on the left. Right. So there's a gang of